ranking NFL wide receivers, except I don't know who's coming next. I've done the YouTube Shorts version of this, but that's for 8-year-olds, so let's do the real deal. So I've got every single NFL team on this wheel right here. We'll be using their wide receiver 1. All right, let's get it, baby. It's 1 through 5. So our first team is the New York Jets. I'd say their wide receiver 1 is Garrett Wilson. I like Garrett Wilson a lot, but he hasn't had enough time, really. He did win Offensive Rookie of the Year. I'm going to put Garrett Wilson at 3. Garrett Wilson at 3. Okay, I like that. I'm cool with Garrett Wilson at 3. I can't really see there being an issue there. Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Mike Evans. I want to put him at 2. I almost want to put him at 1 because what are the odds I get somebody better? Mike Evans is really good. I'll put him at 2, though. All right, Mike Evans at 2. I'm starting to think I might have put Garrett Wilson a little too high. This could be bad. Let's see what we got. All right, our next spin right here is going to give us the Chargers or the Giants. Okay, that's actually good that we got the Giants. Who's the wide receiver 1 on the New York Giants? On NewYorkGiants.com, they have Isaiah Hodgins listed as wide receiver 1, which is pretty nice. I like Isaiah Hodgins, but I'm going to put Isaiah Hodgins at 5. I don't even know if he's going to be in here. Is he going to be in here? Isaiah Hodgins literally isn't even in here, so I'm going to call it Darius Slayton instead, but either way, I'm putting him at 5. The Giants are not known for their wide receivers. You should say Kenny Galladay with how much he got paid, but we all know that's not true. This isn't looking that bad. All right, so the best case scenario is a God tier wide receiver and a mid wide receiver. We're going to get Philadelphia Eagles. Philadelphia Eagles. Let's go. This is perfect. I can put A.J. Brown at number 1. A.J. Brown's amazing. They got him in the Titans uni here still, but I'm absolutely rocking A.J. Brown at 1, Mike Evans at 2, Garrett Wilson at 3, Darius Slayton at 5. This is awesome. You could argue that Mike Evans is better. You could argue that A.J. Brown is better, so I'm cool with this. All right, now for our 4th wide receiver. We need someone super mid. Not Colts. This is Michael Pittman, right? I would personally put Michael Pittman over Garrett Wilson. I like Michael Pittman a lot, but Garrett Wilson was amazing too. Either way, Michael Pittman is not better than Mike Evans or A.J. Brown, and he's definitely better than Darius Slayton. Wow, this actually went super well for the first run through. Hey, all right, ranking wide receivers without knowing who's next. First time I went, get A.J. Brown, Mike Evans, Garrett Wilson, Michael Pittman, Darius. That's fire. That's fire. I'm cool with that. Ranking NFL wide receivers without knowing who's next, we get the San Francisco 49ers, Deebo Samuel. Deebo is so good, but I think we might be in a Mike Evans scenario. Who's better than Deebo Samuel? Like, who's a better wide receiver than Deebo Samuel? DeAndre Hopkins, Devontae Adams, Tyreek Hill, Stephon Diggs, Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson. I feel like with 6 guys better, we have to put Deebo at 2. We'll put Deebo at 2. We'll put Deebo at 2. Okay, we got Deebo at 2, our next wide receiver. I'm so glad I said that. Oh, wait, no. Green Bay Packers? Who do they even have anymore? They lost Lazard. I think they still have Randall Cobb. I guess the wide receiver 1 on the Packers is probably Christian Watson, right? They've got Amari Rodgers in here for the Packers. They definitely should have Christian Watson in here. They do have Christian Watson. Okay, Christian Watson's in here. I'm going to consider Christian Watson the wide receiver 1 for the Green Bay Packers. I'm going to put Christian Watson at 5. I do like Christian Watson. He started to have a really good season, but he didn't even get Offensive Rookie of the Year. I think I'll put him at 5. I'm okay with putting him at 5. Ooh, I hope that doesn't come back to bite me, but no, I think we'll be all right. Yeah, Tennessee Titans. Did they trade for anybody? I guess the wide receiver 1 for the Tennessee Titans is Treylon Burks, right? Treylon Burks. All right, so Treylon Burks, I'm going to have to put at 4. If I could go back in time, I'd put Treylon Burks at 5 and Christian Watson at 4, though. All right, next spin. All right, so 1 and 3 is all that's left. New England Patriots. Oh, what do I go with here? I guess I go with... Would you say the wide receiver 1 on the Patriots is Juju, Kendrick Bourne, or Devontae Parker? Honestly, I feel like all 3 of them are just mid, but they did pay Juju the most money. They paid Juju 3 years, 36 mil or something. So I feel like we got to say it's Juju. And I think Juju probably is better than Treylon Burks and Christian Watson. I would definitely right now, like if I could go back, I would put Treylon Burks at 5. So Juju's going to 3. Now I have to get a really good wide receiver. I got some trash wide receiver teams right there though. All right, this is the 5th and final spin. The only slot left is slot number 1, Miami Dolphins. I'm a god. I'm a god. I'm a god. Yes. Let's go. That's perfect. So our one wide receiver over Debo. I'm going to take Tyreek Hill here. You could really take Tyreek Hill or Jalen Waddle, but I think Tyreek Hill is obviously better. So Tyreek Hill at 1, Debo at 2, Juju at 3, Traylon Burks at 4, Christian Watson at 5. This 3-4-5 is spooky, man. I don't know how this should be adjusted, but it should definitely be adjusted. Let me know. How would you guys switch that? Would you go? Here's what I think it should be, though. So this is my final. I feel like it should be Traylon, Juju, then Watson. You almost could do this. You almost could do Tyreek, Debo, Christian Watson, Juju, and Traylon Burks. Juju's more proven than Christian Watson. Christian Watson only had one solid season, but I think the one solid season Christian Watson did have, I think I might rather have him on my franchise. I don't know. This is a tough one. All right, gentlemen. So now we're going to rank NFL wide receivers. We don't get to know who's next, and we're going 1 through 10. So this is going to be a lot harder. So our first team, our first wide receiver, once again, it's going to come from the Green Bay Packers. It's going to be Christian Watson. How many wide receivers can you say are better or worse than Christian Watson? I do not want to put Christian Watson in 1 through 5. No way. But I also don't want to put him at 10 either, because I know there are wide receivers worse. There are starting wide receiver ones worse than Christian Watson, like Traylon Burks, for example. But there's not a lot. There's not a lot of teams that have it worse than that. I'm going to put Christian Watson at 8. I'm going to put Christian Watson at 8. I'm going to leave 2 wiggle room below and everything else above. All right, our second wheel spin, we've got Christian Watson at 8 right now. Our team is the Texans or the Eagles. It's the Houston Texans. I feel like they traded for a wide receiver. Or is it still Brandon Cooks is their wide receiver 1? So the Houston Texans do not have Brandon Cooks anymore, but they do have Robert Woods. Robert Woods did not do shit. There have been seasons where Robert Woods was pretty good on the Rams. He was neck and neck with Cooper Kupp, right? Then he goes to Titans. He didn't do anything. And now he's on the Houston Texans? Where the fuck do we put Robert Woods? This is going to sound really disrespectful, but I almost think I'm going to put Robert Woods at 9. Robert Woods is a proven solid wide receiver. It's just a weird question. If I'm ranking wide receivers, Robert Woods is better than Christian Watson. He's accomplished more. But if I'm building the franchise, I am taking Christian Watson about 1,000,000 times over Robert Woods because the potential for Christian Watson is there. That's a spooky team. That's got to be one of the worst teams you could get there. This is painful to say, but I don't think there's many more teams that are going to go under Christian Watson. I'm actually going to put Robert Woods at 9 because there's literally like only one more team that could go 10, and that's the Titans to me, I think. All right, our third spin. Wow, this going 1 through 10 is actually so stressful. Buffalo Bills, we get Stephon Diggs. There are very few wide receivers better than Stephon Diggs. I'd argue there's only 3 or 4, but there are 3 or 4. So I'm not going to put him at 1, but I will put him at 2. So Stephon Diggs at 2, Christian Watson at 8, and Robert Woods at 9 right now. All right, don't jump on me quite yet. Let's just see how this pans out. Our fourth spin is going to take us to Cooper Kupp. So 2 seasons ago, Cooper Kupp gets Triple Crown. That's where you put him at 1 or 2. But this last season, obviously injured, and that team was kind of crumbling. There wasn't a lot of output. I don't think Cooper Kupp's going to really ever be able to come back and do that Triple Crown shit again. So I'm actually okay putting Cooper Kupp at 3. I'm not going to put him at 1, though. I'm saving 1 for Tyreek, Devontae Adams, DeAndre Hopkins, Justin Jefferson. That's what I'm saving 1 for. Okay, I don't mind that, though. We got Cooper Kupp, an amazing wide receiver. Next team is the Arizona Cardinals. It's exactly what I was saving for. Now, I know D-Hop's going to get traded. D-Hop's not had the most spectacular time with Kyler Murray, but I still do truly believe that DeAndre Hopkins is probably the most talented wide receiver in the league, other than maybe Justin Jefferson. I think the only 2 people I really think should be 1 are DeAndre Hopkins or Justin Jefferson. Gosh, man, I just think if DeAndre Hopkins has the opportunities that these other guys have, that DeAndre Hopkins is just a fucking menace. He's so good. I think he's just been shafted being on the Cardinals. Like, I think if you swap DeAndre Hopkins and Stephon Diggs, I think DeAndre Hopkins would be just as good, if not better, on the Buffalo Bills. I know that's an unpopular opinion with his output this season, but I'm going to put DeAndre Hopkins 1, and I'm totally fine with that. Oh, no. If I get Justin Jefferson or Jamar Chase, then I have to put him at 4. I think I should have put Cooper Kupp at 4, and then I could have put DeAndre Hopkins at 3. I'm going to put DeAndre Hopkins at 4 because there's no way I'm putting Justin Jefferson or Tyreek Hill at 4. I just can't. I'll put DeAndre Hopkins at 4, even though I don't personally like that. All right, our next team right here, Minnesota. Sit. That's exactly why I fucking did it. Let's go. Minnesota Vikings. Thank you. Oh, that just saved me. All right, now this is starting to look real good. Now, Justin Jefferson's at 1, Diggs at 2, Kupp at 3, and DeAndre Hopkins at 4. That looks really good. I'm so glad I didn't put DeAndre Hopkins at 1 now. I am so glad I bailed on that Let's see what our next team is. Kansas City Chiefs? Oh, God. Who the fuck is the Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver 1 right now? So it's Kadarius Toney, MVS, Sky Moore. I guess I'll go with Kadarius Toney as their wide receiver 1. All right, Kadarius Toney. I'm going to put Kadarius Toney at 7. I think I like Kadarius Toney a little bit better than Christian Watson and Robert Woods. I like Kadarius Toney a lot, actually. I think he's really talented. The only thing is I kind of want to put him at 10 because I think I'm going to get to a point where I'm going to have to put a really good wide receiver at 10, and then I'm going to fuck this whole thing up. I think I did just make a big mistake there. Let's see. Raiders, damn. I got it as Oakland on this, but the Raiders has got to be Devontae Adams, and now I've got to put Devontae Adams at 5. Ugh, so Devontae Adams goes to 5. I think if I could redo this, I'd probably put Devontae Adams at 2, Diggs at 3, Cup at 4, Hop at 5, but we obviously don't have that choice. I should have put Kadarius Toney at 10. I'm going to get a good wide receiver, and I'm like, stupid. No, they both have good wide receivers. Okay, this isn't the end of the world, because whether I choose to go with Keenan Allen or Mike Williams, I don't think Keenan Allen or Mike Williams are better than any of these 5, but they're definitely better than these 3. So 6 is actually a pretty good landing spot for Keenan Allen or Mike Williams. Literally does not matter. I see Keenan Allen first. I think Keenan Allen is probably the wide receiver 1, but Mike Williams is really, really good. He's been making some serious strides the last couple of years, so. This is stupid, though. I left 10 as the last slot. I have to get a shit team on this spin. If I don't get a shit team, I'm going to put a stud at 10. Who is it? Your choice? No, you know what? No, that shouldn't be on the wheel. Fuck that. That shouldn't be on the wheel. That's cheating. I need a team. The wheel has to decide for me. I made the wheel. Saints, sit. Oh, Ravens, yes. Oh, my God. Oh my God, this is fucking perfect. Oh, the Baltimore Ravens don't know how to give Lamar a wide receiver. They don't know what a wide receiver is. Oh, they didn't even pick up anybody in free agency, did they? I think Rashad Bateman is still the wide receiver 1. Oh, they got Nelson Aguilar. Yeah, okay. Got XFL wide receivers on the Ravens. This actually worked out this is fucking perfect. I don't know, unless like you're really offended by the Robert Woods slander here, maybe I would move Watson down, Woods up. But you couldn't move anything else. You can't move Jefferson, Diggs. Maybe you can move Kupp, Hopkins, Adams. Ah, no, this is so good. This is so good. So here's my final finished product right there. Ranking wide receiver, 10 of them without seeing who's next. We got Justin Jefferson, Stephon Diggs, Cooper Kupp, DeAndre Hopkins, Devontae Adams, Keenan Allen, Kadarius Toney. Now it's my finished one. Christian Watson, then Robert Woods, then Rashad Bateman. Let's go. That's so awesome. Holy shit. All right, boys. Hey, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm about to do the same thing with quarterbacks, so I hope you guys are excited for that. I'll probably do running backs too if you guys like this. But hey, I love you. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.